So didn't I tell you guys that this was going to be in parts? I told you guys there's so much attention that needs to be catered to for the specific features and things. All in one video is just gonna be going crazy. So today we're gonna focus on Leap, and this is a very, very fun way to make music. You guys keep it locked, stay tuned. All right, so if you guys have been paying attention to anything that we've been talking about, especially over the last day or so with things pertaining to Kontakt 8, there's been a lot of people that like it, a lot of people that don't like it. Check out the poll right here so you see the numbers. Me personally, the update does do that. 7 is a difference from 8. The feature and the way that they do it, it does give you like a battery feel as far as the search and all that type of stuff. All in all, Kontakt 8 is a great way to create. Now, that is not going to change the fact that Machine 3.0 is still in the works. Just keep your ears tuned to Native Instruments and the website. Today we're going to focus on Leap, and this is going to be an extensive dive in. Now, I did create a beat to it. Let's go ahead and check out the actual beat. So basically, as you can see, I had a lot of fun with that. The main initial thing I used was R&B licks. Now, once again, they are considered expansions. So if you look at it in that sense, it's just like having a expansion for the specific functionality that they now have in Kontakt 8. R&B licks is the one that I chose to go through. And of course, you have a couple other, you have 80s new wave, acoustic drums, Afro beats, disco and funk, drum breaks, hot vocals, Latin trap, lo-fi vibes, platinum, pop, progressive trance, and of course R&B licks and soul gold. This is to give you a help or a leap in, getting sounds out from genres that you might not be able to make. This is a good way to get you started on that, just like the other expansions are. It's just that now it's been more integrated inside of Kontakt. But let's go ahead and go back to the GUI. So the way that I made this preset was called Cheater's Kit, and I started it off with, it starts on C3, but if you move over your octaves, you can shift your colors down as far as you want. So I basically just shifted down a little bit so it doesn't start necessarily on C3. So when I was playing it, I played it like this. And then I use this one. And then what I did was I just made it an 8-bar and played it the way I wanted to. Right here is the actual full GUI. So basically on the Control 61, your macros will match on screen. But if you wanted to change any of those actual presets, you can go right here and click. And then what you would do is change those actual preset selection from here. The next thing is that you have an edit screen, and this edit screen is specifically for each individual sample that you will be loading in, right? So once you load those samples in, you now have the option of dragging over and stopping them, or creating simple small sounds as opposed to whole sounds where you would then play out the entire sample. And as far as manipulating the specific types or sounds, you have the different type of filters in which you can do. So you have a neutral filter, you have what they call a juicy filter, you have a mild filter, and an aggressive filter. Next to that, you have a low pass and a high pass, in which you can change those. You also have different cutoffs, and this actually coincides with your macros. You have a amp loop where you have an attack, release, volume, pan, delay, and reverb. And then of course you have it where you can go back to your engine, and then you can still manipulate the sample in so many different ways. It's so crazy. So if I wanted to add a high quality sound to it, right? If it had a certain type of grit to it and I didn't like it, you can go and actually add a high quality format to it where you can shift and do an actual envelope order to it, right? You can also reverse it here. So let's say that we have this sample here. So it's really cool. So it makes it easier to, adjust to doing it right here directly on the screen as opposed to going in and changing it within it. So it made it all in one inclusive right here. That's the plus positive about this, because you can always make your own Kontakt instruments. That's not one thing that I didn't stress in the other video. You can always combine any instrument when it came to Native Instruments VSTs, right? But they've made it just a little bit easier now. Load times are still a little bit long, but still a work in progress, right? But anyway, back to this. You can also change the tempo. You can change your sync time, which is your half speed. You can slow it down, and then you want to go and let's say we want to take it down half speed, or you want to go and take it up double speed. You still have the option to do so. So that's really nice to have the functionality of being able to just manipulate the sample the way that you want. Beside that, you have two things, and this is one thing I want to stress too. Now you see right here where you have the actual scale, right? This is where you change the scale for the entire bottom of, so I'll say this section right here, when you're playing all of these out, that's for this. This one is specifically for this sample. I found that out the other day when I was playing, because I was just trying to tune it basically. And that's exactly what this section is. You have a trigger style where you can latch and hold it, and you also have it where you can choke the sample. At the bottom, of course, you have the group sections where you have your samples, and then you have single individual sections where you can load those samples and load your own within that specific preset. Now, for this one, I haven't really messed around with as much, because if I wanted to make my own new default, then I'll just do that and do it in that case. But if for those who want to specifically do it and, keep the same preset that you have, but want to change some stuff, that'll be perfect specifically for that. Now, back up top is where you have send effects. Now you have two of them. You have a delay and you have a reverb. This is perfect right here for where you want to go and change either a straight, triplet, or a dotted for that delay, and same thing here for a reverb. You can control your time, you control your feedback, your synths, your low cuts and your high cuts, how much gain you want it to be. You can make it a ping pong, which is nice. And also the reverb. So if you can add different type of pre-delays on your reverb, how much reverb you want. And the last one is the actual perform effects. Now the perform effects is important, that I want to stress out here, because those are the black keys that are on your actual MIDI keyboard. So basically the first one is a double time effect. The second one is a halftime effect. This one is an octave up, octave down. This one specifically here, they're all the basic same category. So anytime you see these right here, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are different ones that's within this actual group. As far as when it comes to creating your own, right? So let's say that you want to go and make your own. You just basically go to file, and now they have an option where it says new leap preset. You click into that, and then right directly underneath it's going to pop up and say new default. And now as you see, you have a new custom leap preset where you can now make your very own leap expansions. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to go here and let's just go old school. Let's just do old school, right? So we're gonna go all the way back in the day to Queensbridge, and let's just say that I have a combo here, old 50 Cent type, combo. All I gotta do is drag and drop it right there, and now I have that loop to play with. Yeah. This is, totally revolutionary for Kontakt. I'm not saying it's totally revolutionary for, the industry or anybody like that. But as far as association with Native Instruments, they did do a good job with this. I do not want to knock them for that. But I do want to say that, it was long overdue. It really was long overdue. If you guys have already gotten Kontakt 8, drop down in the comment. Let me know what you guys think about it. Have you guys used Leap yet? Let me know. Let's talk about it, because the only way anything changes is if we talk about it. So shout out to Native Instruments. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to continue to do stuff like this. But another one done, another one in the books. You guys already know who it is. It's your boy Thesis. Peace.